This hunt's for a buck I call Mr. G, and I had come down with a flu the week before, and I was really sick, head cold, stomach flu, and I was really struggling. And it was Thanksgiving week, and I'd hunted hard all week. I'd track a buck every day, and by 1, 2 o'clock I'd really be dragging, and usually they'd end up going the wrong way, and I'd get myself back out of the woods. And my wife had chicken soup made for me, and I'd eat my chicken soup, crawl into bed, get up and do it all over again. And finally it paid off. On Friday I got a track that wasn't real old. There was a few bucks was chasing a doe around near the road. I got on one of them, and he'd get out of his bed 15 minutes before I got to it, so I hadn't jumped the buck, and I knew this was going to be a buck to get because he was on his feet and he was out wandering again, and that's the easiest way to kill a buck, is when they're on their feet. So hope you enjoy the hunt for Mr. G. Well, it's Monday of Thanksgiving week here in Maine. Finally getting a little bit of snow. It's been a dry season here, and woke up this morning, had an inch or two of snow. They should be running pretty good Thanksgiving week. The rut's on pretty good, so I'd be able to pick up one. Just gotta try to find the one I want. Well, I've been walking for several hours now, and I finally cut a track. It's been snowing the whole time, and this track is partially filled in, but looks like a pretty good one. He's dragging his feet here, and I can't get a good look at the print yet. It's in the ground's all soft, and I'm gonna get on it. Wind's up pretty good. Good day to kill a buck if we can catch up to him. Well, I'm starting another day. I've been 2 days now without cutting the track I'm looking for. Been squalling and stormy and windy, but the deer are moving now. All of a sudden they come out of the woodwork when that happens. But I just picked up a really nice track. Actually, there was two. There was two nice bucks walking together, and they just split up here. And I'm gonna take the one that's, well, he looks the biggest. He's dragging his feet. It's what I call one of them cross-country skiers, but I'm a ways behind it. It looks like it was made early in the night. It's blown in just a little bit in places, so I got my work cut out for me here. But he's pecking a little bit for food, but he's on a mission. But just stop him. Scrape made a scrape here. I don't know if it was an old one or not, but he's pawed it up and kept on going. I just crossed a fresher track. I was hoping I might do that. It's pretty fresh. It's not even felt it a little bit there. It was not even really froze up. It ain't quite as big of a buck, but it's a nice buck. It's dragging his feet. I know I'll be able to catch this one. Could cross another bigger track. Quite a few deer up in here shagging through these does, so really nice day to get one. It's windy and everything's rattling around. The only problem is I got a bad head cold here, and I'm sweating bad, and I ain't got the energy I usually have, but we'll see what happens. Well, this buck got laid down. I just jumped him. I see him for one jump here. He crossed a swale and come up on this knob. So, it's 10:30. Time for a sandwich. Let him be for a little bit. This buck went about a mile after I jumped him the first time. He just walked away. Well, gotta take the chance anyway. Had to wait. Maybe I can catch him on the move here somewhere. It's afternoon now. Gone about another mile or so, jumped him again. Same MO. Every time he lays down now, he crawls into a thicket. Not gonna be able to get him. It's just one of them ones that's I can't move fast enough to catch him up. He runs and hurries about a mile, and he crawls in, lays down. I got time to try him one more time, but Not looking good for this old boy. Thanksgiving morning here. Yesterday, that other one there, I run out of steam. There'd been a couple of them great big square-toed ones in here, and I come back in this morning. I'm trying to find one of them tracks made in the night. So I've crossed already 2 buck tracks. One's fresher than the other. Got one here that's pretty good. He's walked down this old winter road. I'm gonna go a little bit more, and if I can't find one of them big ones up where I see him yesterday, I'm gonna come back and get on this one and see where it leads me. Quite sure it's 200-pound buck. Well, that buck's taking me into a bunch of does. Been coming through a bunch of does, and they're back and forth and feeding, and there's I think two more big bucks have come into the same area, like looking for them does. I think there's something here fairly close because they seem to all be coming in. There was one going out, but it's gonna take me a little bit to sort this out. There's quite a mess down in here with these tracks. Well, I took one of them tracks coming out of that whole mess, and it was the wrong choice. I had to do it because it come out, but it ended up being one of the ones that went in. It made a great big loop for a great big mile circle there. It took me an hour and a half, and it's 11 o'clock now. Now it's almost like I gotta cut one made during the day, or I'm never have time to work it out. So unless one catches up with the doe, but I gotta get going, keep moving. Well, I was walking back out, and I was way back in there, and I was walking out this winter road. Big buck had run across the road here, and it's a little froze up, but I think he's chasing a doe. Theres some running around in here. I ain't got it figured out yet. 3 o'clock. I got about an hour and a half till pitch black, so I gotta see if I can do something here real quick. I couldn't catch up to him. He chased her, and she tried to lay down. He kept rousing her, and they chased, and they went a long ways. Started off in the opposite direction, so I had to head on back. Tomorrow's another day. It snowed about an inch in the night, but very lightly. It started, when I was driving out last night, but it just lightly all night. And I got lucky this morning. I cut a nice buck track from the road here. I don't think he's too far here. I'm gonna get on him and see what's gonna go on. I caught up to where he laid down here, but he got up and he's just walking again in that smoking fresh track right now. I gotta go easy. He's up on the move. A good chance to get him here. Not much wind today. A little bit of squalls, but it's warmed up just about to the freezing temperature. It's a little tacky, so we'll see what we can do here. Well, I just shot the buck. I caught him out in these bunch of old choppings, a lot of beech whips. They're rattling in the wind a little bit. He just started feeding a little bit, and I could see good horn marks there where he was feeding just a little bit. So I really got sneaking there, and I just come up over a knoll, and I could just see one antler sticking out past a stump. I leaned ahead, and I could see his face, and I fired once, and he never moved. I think I might have clipped that stump. Fired again, and he disappeared, and he went right down. Right here, it's a beautiful buck. Well, here's my day after Thanksgiving Maine buck. Been a rough week for me. I've had a bad head cold since Monday, and we've had snow, and I haven't had much energy.
I must be tired. My ears are so plugged, I ain't got any balance.
I've tried to persist through it. Today I got lucky in a way. I sorted out some tracks, and I was on a bigger track, and it was older and it started snowing again, and then I cut a big loop around a mess of tracks where the bucks were running around some does, and I caught this buck track coming out. Followed it for, I don't know, half a mile, and he laid down and he got back up and he was walking, just going. Fresh track now, so I knew I didn't have to hurry. I was hoping I could catch him. It's a pretty nasty area in here in places. It's pretty thick, a lot of slash and old cuts, but like I tell people, it's just timing where you catch up to him. He got out in this more open cut here. It was pretty much a clear cut, 8-10 years ago, and it's grown up with just a lot of brush. You can see fairly decent in, but it's still good cover there. Just enough wind come up to rattle the beech leaves and cover my sound. Although it's quiet, the snow got tacky and it's quiet, but so he's a nice buck, nice wide rack, 8-pointer. Broken brow point there, but I'm tickled to death. Once again, good Lord shine down on me. That didn't work. My old Remington carbine 7600 comes through again. Nothing I'd rather be doing, sick or not. Finally got him loaded. Did a lot of grunting and tugging, but I got him on there. Sometimes it's good to have a hunting partner, I guess, but I'm way back in and too far to go to get help, so I had to get it myself. Got him though, so headed to town to tag him.